All right, here we are on the third place match. Got some of the viewers trickling back in. So we've got this match, then we're going to have the 9-ball finals and the 8-ball finals, both coming up. Tournament director in the house, one moment. Ooh, light break there from Pedro. All right, I was talking with Ira, the tournament director, talking about what matches are coming our way. That's good coffee. All right, this rack looking like a mess. All right, so the final 6 p.m. After this match, we'll be getting some open matches. See on that far table there, he's waiting on his opponent. Hopefully the timing works out where we get that one starting up right about time this one is wrapping up. If not, we'll get you both of them. All right, working through the solids here. I would think he's going down table for the 4 here. All right, I got the 5 and 8 that need to be moved. Or the 5 can go, I think the 5 can go up table. I think the 6 passes between the 9 and 13. Don't know that the 7 goes past the 13 into the corner, as he's looking at right now. Maybe it does. Oh, does that 7 go? I do believe it does. And if he can pull back and get to the 6, he can get under the 5 and shoot it up table. Trying to get the scoreboard ready for the match we've got coming up. Oh, looks like they are getting ready to start. All right, just about got the two tables set up ready. All right, and here we are. Now we've got the open third place match and the Masters third place match. Based on the tables they're at, kind of determines how I can get the view. Pedro down 1-0, looking for a good hit. Got it. Did he get cover? Cameron Edwards at the table. Right there in the black cap. Tried to get a bump. Banks are closed. Single rail bank anyway. All right, Jamie Tips looks like he's taking flight. Great shot. Five balls far enough off the rail. The cut or the bank is available. Obviously, the cut's very thin. All right, almost getting the numbers up to where we were before we had to cut. All right, nice bank there from Jamie. Looks like 2-0 is in his future. And we got Trell Mole at the table. And safe. Safe allowed. I suspect we're going to see Cameron Edwards take to the air. All right, ball in hand for trail. Oh, cue ball. Oh. Cue ball is heading towards that side, and another messy break. Looks like half the ball stayed in that rack area. All right, took care of the toughest one first. Got that one down the rail. So in the open division, let's just give you a good number here. 587 players. And we're down to 3. Look like we got Patrick Mangrich awaiting the winner of this Cameron Edwards Trail Mole match. Nice shot there from Trail. Trail just take a little sharper cut other than trying to mess with the angle, getting back around. Oh, he's got another ball left there. I thought he was getting onto the 8 from there. Nice angle on the 9 to get to the 8 here. Trail looking to go up 1-0 on Cam Edwards. We called a safe on that shot. Gave Pedro a bit of a gap to try to do something, which I know he did not want to do. He wanted to leave him frozen on it. All right, nice shot, Pedro. All right, 1-0 Trail with the break. right, Jamie getting ready to take a shot. Is he kicking at the 11, 2 rails? He is, and coming back into the pack. That looks like a one pocket shot. I don't know much about one pocket, but I know that looks like a one pocket shot. This rack looks like a one pocket rack. Little bar box one pocket, anyone? Oh, Pedro hit. Let's see what happens there. All right, a lot of patience being displayed right here. Cam Edwards trying to play it safe, popped out on him. All right, Cam Edwards looking at the stripes. Is he calling a 3-ball combination? It's a bold move, Cotton. 9-ball in the corner. Got it. Oh, scratched. 9-ball went in that corner. Cue ball went in the other corner. Brutal. No. Didn't safety break, but boy, it sure looked like it, didn't it? All right, Cam Edwards with the stripes here. Tried to move the 3 or the 13 there. Did not do so. Got it that time. Looks like he's going to have to take the 10 in the side here in the Cameron Trail match. Jimmy Tips trying to figure out what to do with that 14. Big miss there. Oh, and the scratch to boot. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is tough. Wow, that is tough to handle. He missed the shot and scratch in a closed pocket. All right, Trail at the table looking to get a 2-0 lead. Pedro looking to close the gap of a 2-0 lead. Got to like him from here. 3 solids left. Got the 5 on the rail and the 1 near the corner. Pedro looking to make it 2-1. Wants it off the rail. Always adds a little bit of difficulty. He's not really on the rail, I guess, now that I'm stand up and look at it. 2-1 Pedro. 2-1 Jamie. My apologies. Well, Trail doesn't like that, but can actually make this work for him. That 7 ball is tough. Go forward, paint it to the back side of the 8. If you don't get there, though, you've left that, you probably left the out. Is Trail trying to cut the 1? Oh, trying to bank the 1. Oh, how'd he hit it? With shape. As long as that 13 doesn't get in the way, he can just roll forward for the 3. See what Pedro's looking at. Trail missed that 2, tied up on one of the stripes there. See what Cam Edwards is able to do. Cameron. All right, everything's in the open. Trying to come back. Yep. Come back for the 7, 7 to the 5. The 6 past the 1. Make it much easier if the 6 passes the 1. He's got it either way, though. Cam Edwards trying to get out on this one to tie it up at 1 each. Pedro trying to tie it up at 2 each. Looks like a little angle where I'll just come off of one rail or draw right back. I think it's coming off the rail. All right, there it is, 2-2. Looks like we've got 2-2 and 1-1. Cam Edwards with the break. Jamie Racken. All right, nice spread there on the open table there with Cameron Edwards. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Looks like I get a quick break here. Could listen to the sweet sounds of Mr. Tommy LaCarbo. I'm going to cut the commentary for just a moment, give Tommy a quick rundown, and I'll be back here at some point.
Alrighty, folks, I am tagged in.
Okay, ask him again.
All right, how's that, Jim? Is that any better? All right. What happened on that table over there? We were messing with the computer and
You can either back up or you can go here. Put that, which it is, score.
1-1. 1-1. They haven't put it in yet.
Nope, they haven't.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on that.
I'm sure it was Cameron.
Yeah.
Don't be giving anybody games.
Well, it was kind of like there was still a stripe on the table too, so I didn't know what had happened unless they grabbed it out of the head end because that table the balls roll down.
Yeah, been happening the whole time.
Cam
Yeah, I think
won.
that's right. I'm sure
The,
it's
the
Cameron.
stream said Cam won. All right, so in a race to 3, that puts him on the hill. Trail with the break. Looks dry. Cameron with the chance to close it out. On the other table. Saw Pedro at the table. He must have missed. So I don't know who's solids and stripes yet. We'll figure that out real quick. See what Jamie shoots at. The open match looks like Cameron's going to start with stripes. He might just have to figure out the 9 ball. I'm not sure if it goes. Oh, he rattled that ball. Oh yeah, the 9 ball did go in. So yeah, if he had made that, he'd have been in a good spot. So now Trail gets to choose. If I'm him, I'm choosing stripes. And where his cue ball's sitting, I like shooting that 9 so you don't have to play shape for it later. But he's going to pass on it. Maybe once the 13's gone, it'll go in the same hole. We'll see. But he bumped it. Didn't want to bump that ball. But he does have a stripe up in the top corner. Don't know which one it is. Maybe the 14. Meanwhile, looks like Jamie took stripes or has stripes. He's got a ball in the side that he can play. And then he's just got to figure out the 11 ball. So I think it goes. So really, yeah, this looks pretty straightforward too. Yeah, I like that. Now you could do a couple things because the shape coming off that 12 could lead to trouble if he's dead straight on it. I like just shooting the 12 and drawing back. And if you can get on the 11, okay. If not, you got the 9. If you can draw a little bit straighter above the 9, you'd be good. But he's going to take the 9, so he might be able to hold. Yeah, okay, he held that good. So same thing. A little deceiving on that angle. I think from the 11 he's going to go down table. So then he'd have to navigate to get on the 12, and you don't want to do that. So if you can shoot the 12 and draw up, then when you play the 11, you've got a big wall, the 1 and 4, to kill your cue ball for the 8 ball. Unless the 8 passes the 7. The 8 might pass the 7 the other direction. I think that's what he's looking at now. Yeah, it must go that way. He's just gonna roll forward and bump the 3. Oh, you can go right below the 3. Pretty good. Okay. Good out by Jamie. So you guys said 2-1, but they have not updated that score in the app. Let me look. Let me refresh this. Yeah, they have not updated that. All right. See what Cameron's doing over there. Shooting solids. He's got 5, 2, 1, and 3. I feel like he can shoot the 7 and get an angle on the 1. He can just bounce up smoothly between the 3 and 2. And ideally, that 8 goes maybe in the side, but easily I prefer shooting that up in the corner so you don't have to rattle a side pocket. So let's see what kind of pattern he likes here. Just give yourself an angle like that. That's pretty good. Just a straight top on that ball should bring you smooth up between the 3 and 2. And I like looking at my spot to just make sure I go high enough to be on the 2 because it's a little higher than the 3. Don't rub it. Okay, he did good. So this should end pretty well for him. Just don't get squirrely like jacked up over a ball or anything. There you go. And he's about a half ball over the 9, but I think it's okay. I think, yeah, you just need to roll your 3 in and get your cue ball to the rail. You either want to be on the rail or bounce so you're not elevated over that stripe. Oh, like that. It's pretty good. It's about straight in, not elevated, so good shot. There you go. That's a winner. I forget if that was the final. Oh no, that was the 3rd place match Rusty has here. So we'll see what happens, who the opponent is. I'm not sure of that bracket, but so Cameron should be up again. Rusty will have to set that up when he gets back. Meanwhile, on the Masters match, 3rd place match it says, Jamie and Pedro. Jamie's up a game and at the table. Needs 2. Pedro needs 3. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, Jeremy Schroeder has the hot seat for the Masters. Playing good as usual. All right, so Jamie's situation, let's see. I don't know. That 11, looks like 11 probably passes to 2. So he just needs to figure out how to get down there, kind of in the area below the 7 ball at some point. So what I kind of like doing, from where he's sitting right here, assuming he can't see the 11, is play the 15 in the side and just punch below the 8 ball. And then you got an angle on your 13 to then go kind of towards the 11. And even if you bump the 11, it's okay. You still got the 14 to shoot at. But see what he figures out here. Don't necessarily want to move balls if you don't have to, if they're makeable. But in this case, what I'm saying is that's a good place to aim for your cue ball to land. I don't know, maybe he's looking at playing the 15 and then going to the 14, which would work too. Yeah, he hit the other side of the 8. If he hit the opposite side of the 8 that he did, he'd have been in a better spot. So with what he was looking at, he might be able to play the 13 in the side and achieve that position to just roll the 14 in and have a little back cut on the 11. That's what he's lining up now. Because I don't think he has the angle on the 11 to go down table, so he just needs to find the line for the 14. I think he's got it. You just have to be careful not to bounce too high, like above the 7. Some people play this with spin. Things can go wrong when you roll slow with spin, especially on this cloth. This cloth grabs a lot. It makes the ball essentially masse before it gets to your object ball. And I think that's commentator curse there. I believe he had some inside spin on that, and he hit that ball full. So I believe his spin curved him into the 14, which caused the miss. So, all right, let's see if Pedro can figure something out to tie this up. This might end up requiring a safety at some point, unless he can break out the 6 and 14. But he's got a starting shot on the 7 in the side. Okay. He's going to play the 2 and then probably the 1 up table. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, he had the angle there. Great. I looked from me from here, it looked straight in, but unlucky. So he got it moved, but it didn't really become makeable for him. So I still like a safety play at some point here. And what I'm looking at is just hitting the 1 and putting him behind the 5. But Pedro's in go mode, it appears, which he's hitting them good. He's been non-stop playing since Wednesday morning, and he is hitting them good. Tournament and stuff on the side. Yeah, he kind of pickled himself a little bit here. He does not have an easy shot. He's got the 5 or the 1, but you just 100% have to commit to making those and take what leave you get, because he's got the 4 on the side as a backup shot, but I think he'd like to use the 4 to go move the 6 or 14, unless he can get an angle after this shot to do something different.
Good afternoon, IOMA tournament goers, players, and viewers, and everyone else here today. I have some special news for all of you. If you are looking for the cue of a lifetime, today is your chance over at the ECS booth.
Well, I was wondering, somebody had said that was 2-1, and I thought he just, because they shook hands after the previous rack, but I thought he was just practicing. I quit paying attention to that one over there. Sorry, people. I thought Cameron and Trail were done because they shook hands after that game and previous game. But anyway, so I guess now it's done. Same outcome. Cameron won, but
This is the cue you don't want to miss. Again, a once-in-a-lifetime shown with an elephant
After this, we're cutting, coming back at 6.
okay.
ECS booth. We'll be again.
So Rusty says if for some reason you need a drop, and after this Pedro and Jamie match, you see in the bottom left corner, or excuse me, top left corner of your screen, 6 p.m. finals. So 9 ball will be George Walters and Scott Hargens. Scott has the hot seat. He's got to be beat twice. And then it'll be Jeremy Schroeder and the winner of this match. Yeah, so Jamie's got the 14. He's trying to figure out which side of that 11 he wants to be on. I mean, I like playing this with a little high inside. Don't go too crazy, but just go side rail, end rail, side rail, and you end up below the 1 ball, and you're just cutting the 11 in, and your cue balls can just drift down, punch down for the 8 ball down here. But he held it. Okay. He looked at it a lot like he didn't like that angle to hold. So essentially he's got the same shot from the other direction. So 2 ways to get on this 8. He can find that tangent line and just speed control it down to the rail, essentially below the 5 ball, or you can put a little stroke on it and hit it with some right spin, and you'll come below the 5 to the head rail. And the only problem with that is a potential scratch by the 4. So it looks like he's drawing out of it. That was a little close for comfort there. He had that 1 ball and just about went in the drink. All right, so Jamie on the hill. And he's breaking. Pedro took a quick break, so I don't know if he told Jamie to break or wait, please, but if you see a pause, that's why. So, Jamie's on the hill, needs 1, Pedro needs 3. But you just got to have that mindset of I need 1 at a time. 1 game, 1 ball at a time. Figure out a way to claw back. Get 1, get the next one, then it's hill, and you got a chance to move on. Not too many people more seasoned than Pedro, so I expect a good fight. He, at this point, just wants to get to the table. And Jamie made a ball. All right, let's look at this table. Can't tell if the 10 goes by the 3 or not. That 6 is below the rack, and maybe the 2 ball's in there. So the 2 doesn't have a pocket. 14 and 15 need to be manipulated. So there's not a dead set run out here without moving balls. From a breaking balls out perspective, you got a couple stripes. You might be able to do something off the 3. With the 3, I feel like you can go into, and then if you can hold, the 6 is makeable in the bottom corner where he's standing. So then you could move the 15 and 2 if needed there. Yeah, so I think you have a few more shots just off the break to move stuff with solid. So this is a good choice. Like I said, everything's got a pocket except the 2. He just needs to figure out when to move the 2. Earlier the better, but at the right time. Okay. So with the 4, I think you're going to have to go into the 6 and the 2, but you have the 3 to shoot at. With the 3, you're going to go into the 2, 15, and you might not have a shot to shoot at. So maybe the 4 is the better way to go here. So you just have that 3 to shoot as a bailout ball. Okay, he did not try to move him there. Or either that or he missed it. We'll see. But I feel like maybe he missed it by his body language. Looks like he's calling the bank on the 1. He's got a lot of inside on this. To hit a little long and tighten it up short. I don't know if he can just get the cue ball out of the way otherwise. Somebody is saying 2-3 combo. I don't know that. Maybe a billiard is what you're saying, Andy? A cue ball off the 2 into the 3? I guess there's always a shot. You just got to find it. So maybe. All right, so he didn't make the bank. So let's look at what Pedro's got. Still got to find pockets. The 14 does come up table if he got below it. 15 is going to have to be moved to get a pocket, it looks like, unless there's a gap between the 2 and 6. Once the 12 and 14 are gone, it might go into the side. But I like what he did here. So now he's got an angle on the 13 to go into balls. I believe that's what he's going to do. That's what I would do. We'll see what the great Pedro does. Again, I do not know from my angle. I cannot tell if the 10 passes the 3. Trying to get as far over in the booth and lean. But I got a big old cage here that I cannot lean far enough. All right, let's see where he goes here. Okay, so that was productive. He's looking at the 10. Okay, not to shoot now, but just the way he looked at it gives me a feeling that it probably goes. He should be able to make at least the 14 now. And then figure some stuff out. So I feel like here he's got to shoot the 11. He's just got to get position on the 10 or 14. Unless there's a gap through there for, no, I don't think so. Okay, so this tells me the 10 must go. Unless it's to the rail and then off the 3, but there's not a lot of room there to make that happen. I'd like a little more distance, but yeah, it did not go by there. That's going to hurt. That might do it. All right, Jamie's got a shot on the 3. And it looks to me like he can just play that straight top, come up, bump the 14, hold for the 2. And from the 2, I like shooting the 6 and the 1 and then the 8. Just so you don't have to get an angle on the 6 to hold for the 8 up table or go across and around the world and all that crazy stuff. So, but there was some crazy music being played in here last night. Now this is more what I'm used to. I would sing to you guys, but you probably don't want to hear that. Just like that. Good shot. So as I mentioned here, so I like going high inside, out into space. If you play this with low right, there's a chance you could go bottom rail, side rail, and come around the 8, and you won't be able to see the 6, and then you're forced to shoot the 1, and then play the end game position like I was saying I didn't prefer. So yeah, I like this shot the way he played it. So now he can just play the 6 and come out for the 1, and then the 1 naturally leads to the 8. Good shot. Good line on the 1. This is going to roll real nice. I like putting a couple tips of left spin personally, just to get to that rail. Take side pocket out of play. 8 ball for the match. All right. Well, folks, that is a wrap. Congrats to Jamie. Great tournament to Pedro. I think we're going to sign off and see you back at 6 Central Time.